have any citizen concerns? Round one of citizen concerns? Hearing none, I will move approval of today's agenda.
Second?
Microphone, I guess. Motion by DeWitt, second by Raddy. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Passes 5-4-0. Is Justin on the phone? Okay. Passes 4-0. Items 3 through 8 constitute a consent agenda of routine action items to be considered by one motion. Items pass unanimously unless a separate vote is requested by a board member. Number 3, approval of the minutes of the September 7 meeting. 4, approval of claims. 5, juvenile detention. Received juvenile detention's August population report. 6, approval of notice of property sale resolution for parcel ending in 012, also known as 1423 Center Street, for Tuesday, September 28 at 4:35 p.m. Item 7, Board Administration, approval of resolution for a tax suspension for initials WH. Item 8, Secondary Roads, approve the underground utility permit for Frontier Communications. Are there any questions on the consent agenda?
Move to approve consent. Second?
Motion by Monson, second by Radig. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Passes 4-0. Mr. Wright has said phone wasn't working. I'm watching on YouTube, so he will text with his votes, except no. Item 9, Human Resources. 1, approval of MOU changing the 2021 floating holiday for the AFSCME courthouse employees and the AFSCME Assistant County Attorney. Lost my place. Bargaining agreements to December 23 of 2021.
Melissa Thomas, Human Resources Director. The floating holiday was incorrect in the master contract for these two bargaining units for the courthouse employees and the assistant county attorney. Basically, the 24th is the day Christmas will be observed. Christmas is the 23rd.
I will move approval.
Second.
Motion by DeWitt, second by Monson. Any other questions for Melissa? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Passes 4-0. Item B, request approval to change the 2021 holiday for wage plan employees to December 23 of 2021.
There was a motion previously to name the floating holiday to coincide with the courthouse agreements, so this will change it for the whole courthouse wage plan employees as well to the 23rd.
I will move approval.
Second?
Motion by DeWitt, second by Raddick. Any further questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Passes 4-0. Thank you. Board Administration, Mr. Butler, discussion and approval of. 10 first? Oh, well, let's do 10 first, yeah. I have a plan to be out of here soon, so. Item 10, secondary roads. We won't forget Mark. Receive bids for clear and grub of Little Sioux Park gravel pit and return them to the county engineer for review and recommendation.
Well, this is the first part of our $10 million gravel road project. Ben's passing around the bid tabulations. The board can keep track of that one. If we're ready, the first bid is from Cockburn Enterprises of Anthony, Iowa. Bid price is $3,000 per acre for a total of $144,000. Mobilization $22,000. Total bid $166,000. Next is from L.A. Carlson of Hinton. Bid price of $6,200 per acre for a total of $297,600. Mobilization, $50,000. Total bid, $347,600.
Are they bidding the same piece of property?
Yeah. This is just knocking down the trees, tearing out the vegetation, getting us bare earth to begin to work from for overburden removal. Next bid is from West Branch Construction of Harlan, Iowa. $2,346 per acre for a total of $112,608. Mobilization, $16,745. Total bid, $129,353. It looks like we have a wide enough spread here where we can make an award recommendation to West Branch Construction LLC of Harlan, Iowa.
I'll move it.
Oh, first you have to receive, sorry.
Yes, move to receive.
Move.
Yeah, I almost made it, Pat.
The move to receive by Radig, second by DeWitt. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. 4-0.
Now I recommend award.
I'll move the award to West Branch.
Motion by Radig, second by DeWitt. Further questions from Art? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay.
Again, this is the first of 3 phases. The next phase, which will be let in about a month, is on removal of the overburden, which would be the soil piled up on top of the gravel. After that, it'll be gravel mining and production. Thank you.
Good to know. Thank you, Mark. Can we do number 11 now, Dennis?
Sure can.
Okay. That one. Just the one?
Just the one.
All right. Item 11, Board Administration, discussion and approval of the dissemination agent agreement in regard to filing requests for the $8,820,000 general obligation urban renewal county road improvement bonds, Series 2021.
Okay, what this is, we reached an agreement with, we have a dissemination agreement with our first bond issue for the jail. This one is for the secondary roads. It will be taken out of the proceeds from the sale of the bonds. It's $1,000 a year, I believe, and it covers all of our reporting for 10 years for Federal Securities Commission and Internal Revenue. There's a multitude of items they have to file every year.
Move it.
Second.
Motion by Monson, second by Radig. Any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Passes 4-0. All right, reports on committee meetings.
I have one. I was at the Woodbury County Conservation Commission, which met in Little Sioux Park. Beautiful facility. Browns Lake is moving forward. They're going to resurface all of the roads in the camping area, move some of the lots so they line up better and they can get the bigger rigs in there and out of there. They're working the secondary roads to accomplish what secondary roads needs to do to get to the gravel pits. So moving around on maybe conservation land or whatever it was, getting that all done. So other than that, that's it.
Do you want to take conference board?
No, Keith, go
All
ahead.
right. We had a discussion on the conference board about the 22% across the board increase in multi-residential properties. Basically,
Which conference board?
the city assessor.
Okay.
And the disagreement between John Lawson and the state of Iowa was basically on whether or not you calculate the math one way or another way. But regardless of which way you calculate it, we are on the extreme low end of the valuations and would almost need some kind of equalization at some point anyway. So I believe that we're going to have to meet again probably to decide on it, but it looks like we'll have to take a 22% equalization order on multi-residential within the limits of Sioux City for those out in the rural area wondering.
That'll go over big.
Yeah, it was a question of whether the city assessor understood that it was a multiplication, and the Department of Revenue said, no, it was a matter of division, and apparently the city assessor has video proof that the person that was giving the meeting plainly stated it was multiplication, so it got sideways.
Well, and I think it does matter what you are multiplying or dividing from, you know, because if you took the number he had and added 20%, it made it. But if you took the number it was supposed to be and divided by 20%, then it didn't make it. So that's how close we were to the low end.
1% or something,
Yeah,
1 to
it was-
2%.
So that will be the effect, is an increase in the multi-residential.
And that's a big percent, you know, it's not like, what was the last one, 8%, I thought, you know. 22 is a little bigger.
Did we negate any appeal ability because of the snafu, or?
The appeal, if I remember right, was, the appeal deadline was already passed, or they were past the date that they could appeal. It sounded like a mess, but it was not, they were trying to take a swing at a secondary appeal, and I don't think the Department of Revenue person was having any of it, so. Accurate enough?
Yep.
Is this for the 21, 22?
Yeah, I think so, yeah, it would have to be.
Whatever the next assessment is.
22, 23 budget year.
Okay.
This affects the 21 assessments, talked about 22.
Oh, okay.
And there's and there might be some reprieve in that increase through rollbacks also. Because multi-residential used to be commercial, now they're being transferred over to residential, so they get down to the residential rate. So we'd have to look at what their rollback is this year, what the rollback is next year, and it'll absorb some of this increase.
Yeah, it'll be a sticker shock anyway you go.
Mr. Monson, you got anything?
I'm done.
Matthew?
Attended Siouxland District Health. Besides talking about the obvious every month, there's a new update on the Grants to Counties program through IDPH in regards to private water wells and permitting and drilling and plugging. So in the last 8 years, we're at all-time highs for well permits issued, wells plugged, and well tests provided. Things are going well.
No pun intended.
No pun intended at all.
Thank you, Matthew, for that one, and stealing the thunder from Mr. Radig,
It
so,
was really deep.
and there it is. Nothing of any real consequence to report. There is a Rolling Hills meeting next week. Probably more confusion and non-answers than questions, so can't wait for that. Round 2 of citizen concerns.
The pool's not working, it's not taking calls.
All right. Board concerns.
So I just got back from a river paddle with the Iowa DNR. Their rivers director, Nate Hogan, I can't remember how you pronounce it, Hogan even or whatever. He is from Lamar's originally, lives in Des Moines now. Organized this paddling event. We got the director of the Iowa DNR and the assistant director of the DNR on the trip. We had legislative member Jacob Bossman was there. I was there, and then Dan Heisel from Conservation, as well as Brian Steer.
Yep.
And then a representative from, it's a design firm that helps with a lot of the river designs, was also there. So it was kind of a neat experience to get to do that. It was about 4-mile trip, and I got to see Dan swim a little bit at the beginning there, and Channel 9 was there to cover it, so we'll maybe get to see that tonight here. I think it helps our chances to getting accepted as a river trail by the state. It went really well.
I'd like to congratulate Katie in Human Resources for putting this out. It's beautiful.
There's some really neat, interesting pictures in there too. Of employees, obviously not taken last week, but that's okay.
It's the only ones we have.
Anybody else on board concerns?
No.
3 things. We have an accepted offer, a verbal acceptance offer for our emergency services director, who will be as yet unnamed. I did ask Mr. Gleiser to get with each board member to get some answers on the chamber banquet. And with that, I will be going, so I think that leaves probably 2 seats left, but yeah, I got the answers, so we still have a couple seats left, I think. But the conservation event this weekend, is anybody planning on going to that? Do we need to put in a public gathering notice?
That's a major call.
I'm not.
Yeah,
What time was that again?
I don't even remember. I've got a ticket, but I don't remember. I will probably go, so if we,
Posted just in case.
probably a good idea, thank you. Any other board concerns? We are adjourned.